First Amendment. Dear Christian nationalists, pull up a chair, sermon time. Let's talk freedom. I know your language. I've lived among you. You tell me to make America great again, but which America? The one before equal rights, the one before marriage equality, the one where slavery was legal? Which America? The United States didn't begin in freedom. The founder signed with one hand while holding chains in the other, a promise not yet kept. We were born in arguments that left room in the margins to grow, to widen the circle, to form a more perfect union, and that is what you fear. You say Constitution, I hear Confederacy. The banner over you isn't love, it's the Confederate battle flag. We're not required to worship your blue-eyed white Jesus painted on black velvet, sold for 30 pieces of silver at a gas station in Montgomery, Alabama, where white and right sound the same. You claim the Bible is sacred, but you throw away the red letters of love, cling to hate stitched from verses torn out of context. Just because you're scared of your own shadow doesn't mean anyone else needs to be. You tell me to fear the trans woman in the restroom. I'm more afraid of the predators you have in your pews and in office, whom you protect. Maybe stop judging the queer folk and start naming the names you know are in the files. And looking away isn't innocence. You don't like truth, so you buy the presses, mix truth with lies, smear it like red clay across our eyes, scream DEI as though fairness were fraud, as though equality were theft. I know what happens when your men, still dressed in Sunday suits, leave church to pick up baseball bats and torches. Communion wine still wet on their lips, holy bread still in their stomachs. But they're not sanctified by the blood, just stained by the blood of those fighting for freedom. You say we're equal at the foot of the cross, but the cross stood on earth and you burn it in lawns. You invited me to your church, but told me white members only is still on the books for a reason. I asked what reason. Your silence answered me first. Even your mouth knows white supremacy is wrong. Your tongue trips over it. Your conscience chokes on it. You grant yourselves licenses to deport, to segregate, to kill, then stamp God's name across the paperwork. You campaign on Christ's return. Someone else's suffering is just collateral damage. David couldn't build the temple. Too much blood on his hands. Yet you kill black boys for wearing hoodies. You kill black women who dare to fall asleep in their own apartment. You don't even bother wearing the bleached sheets anymore. You seize a child from in front of a school, but can't seize the weapons that turn that child's classroom into a target. You send plane after plane loaded with bread, plane after plane loaded with guns. The children who eat die from a sniper's gun you provided. And you say, at least they were fed. Do you honestly think God keeps score by counting who digs the most graves? You say you're waiting for Christ. I wonder if Christ is waiting for you to stop sacrificing people in his name. The men you idolize have closets full of designer coats, yet you give them the denim jacket off your back. Kiss the ring. You know what happened to Midas? Everything he touched turned to gold. Everything you touch turns to gold leaf. A thin shine rot beneath. And every one your actions touch, you break. And then you have the audacity to ask us to salute. You can't erase color from paper, just like you can't erase people. You can't erase truth. So you smother it in whitewash. Write liberty across it in someone else's blood and call it freedom, but freedom doesn't answer to your name. It never did.